What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Flash Hobbies. We're continuing our Flash Hobbies RC collection for 2020. So here we have a very big project under works. I've been trying to decide. I stopped using this body on one of my other trophy trucks, and I was going to mount it onto this one. And then I came across this. I came across this bright orange son of a gun body, and I really fell in love with it. And I think I'm going to use this for the next build for this truck. Problem is this truck needs a lot of work. So a long time ago, I did a video on plastic dipping the cage. Now I really regret doing it because it's been such a pain to get off. I've literally had to scrape off these little pieces. It really grabbed. So that's good that it grabbed in that aspect, but bad because I have a lot of this cage to do. So I'm trying to figure out a way that I can maybe dip this in something to soften that plastic dip and kind of take it off. That's still in the works, but I'll be doing a full build series on this as well, so you guys can stay tuned. But as of right now, how it sits, this is how we're going to go over it. So let's start from the cage itself. I did not make this cage, and this was one of the first cages that I bought years and years ago when I was still new to the hobby, and I totally regretted buying this thing just because the workmanship on it was kind of crap. It looked good from far away. When you look at it closely, they have like these disgusting piles of metal where he tried welding it on there. And I mean, the cage is well built in the aspect that it hasn't broken, not a single time. It's never bent, never warped, but it's just all these welds look disgusting, and I wish I knew how to do the metalworking to fix it myself. There's a couple on here that smoothed out and look good, but I got the cage unpainted, so didn't have anywhere to paint at that time either, so I went with the plastic dip route. It was like $8 for one can, and that was enough to do the entire cage. These panels here are aluminum, and I wrapped them with some eBay fake carbon fiber stuff that I found. It looks pretty good. I like the way those came out. The front has Proline ProTrack arms, and also a Proline little bar right here for support. I don't like that fiberglass one that Traxxas gives you. The wheelbase on this is based off of a Slash, so it will fit any short course body. Perfect example is this one. It just doesn't fit right now because I have to cut a slit in the front of the grill, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that just yet because this does stick out. But it's a Slash wheelbase, so that's pretty cool. Which is why I wanted to use that orange body. I'm gonna have to trim the body up, which is fine, but the cage color will not be a good combination with that, so that's why I wanted to take off the green. The front is off of a Rustler bulkhead, so the servo sits right underneath, and that's running a stock Traxxas servo. I am running Proline Power Strokes on this with a dual spring setup. If you look on the inside, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a metal spring on just the bottom portion, and then I have a spring on this outer portion, and it works pretty good. It's got a nice rebound to it, and it can really hit some hard bumps and have a nice rebound. The transmission on the inside is running again, the Traxxas two-wheel drive. This is just a stock one, but it's got an RPM case to protect the gearing. It's running the Sidewinder version 3 combo, and I basically put the ESC on the back to replicate a fan. I might switch that around because I don't like all these cables hanging out. I might switch it to the side or something like that. Just a little scale touch here with the fire extinguisher. This was the light bar I was running before. Not sure if I'm still doing it. I used originally dollar store string lights that you use for the holidays, and they did okay, but I'd want something a little brighter than that. The rear is going to be running duals that run horizontally like this, and this is the wheel that I'm going to be using for this. I know the wheels are crap, but I mean, it matches the body, and you know, I like everything to match, so that's where that comes from. This is running the Rafe axle, pumpkin axle, that's offset to the side. These are custom links that was made by the builder. They're just all thread rod, and they were cut to length. I do have a dual shock setup, so I'm running axial Yeti rears, and I purchased some just cheap $8 or $5 shocks from eBay as a dual, basically as a damper. And again, it's a little stiff right now for my taste, so I'm gonna go back and redo the oils on these just to get a bit smoother. But we're running the just a stock sway bar in the back here as well. And basically he didn't, I actually put this in because I didn't like the way that it was, the rear end was sliding out too much whenever we were running. So it was basically the whole axle was sliding side to side, and this helped a lot with that, in addition to adding the dual shocks. The bottom is running a custom plate that's aluminum. It's been cut out here to allow for the arm travel up and down. It does rub a little bit on this side, but it's not really that bad. Not enough to make me want to take any action on that. Like I said, this truck is rough. It does need a lot of work, but you'll see the transformation of going from this to, you know, the nice orange truck. I haven't decided what color I want to do the cage just yet, but I am deciding on probably just doing it black, just because if I ever do change the color on it, then I can always go back and just add a new body. I don't have to strip all this out and go back and do it. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I always answer back. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and hit notifications, and we'll see you on the next one.